My guest today is from the select and rarefied circle of India's top consulting businesses. Humble, visionary, dynamic and passionate. These are the words often used to describe him. His name carries a legend of achievements with a lot of integrity, as does the man himself. Who is this man behind the success of Rodic Consultants? Let's find out what it's like to be Rajkumar. Sir, it's a pleasure having you with us on this rendezvous. Thank you so much for agreeing.
Thank you very much for being part of. I wish all the Rodicans 20th great foundation, 20th foundation day, and open it up with. And I would like to share my experience, my journey, the 20-year journey with all of our colleagues in the organization, my friends outside the organization, my mentors, my guardians, everybody. This is, I'm dedicating our success, our challenge, our failures, everything, whatever we have been able to achieve in last 20 years, that is dedicated to whole of the my friends, my colleagues, and the guys behind making Rodic what it is today. Thanks.
So, sir, before we begin with this rendezvous, I am overwhelmed that we have this opportunity with you today, and I wanted to know what it took you to dive into this consulting business. Why this particular sector?
Difficult question to answer on a TV or live for any entrepreneur. I have heard number of interviews, such interviews across.
Sure.
It is, but in reality, it's quite difficult to answer this question. Why?
Sure.
I tell you, because when you dive into an entrepreneurial role,
Sure.
it is not because of that you have thought that day something that you are going to make something great for the country or great for overall mankind or something related to you are going to change the system or you are going to give something new to the society. But broadly, I believe 90-95% of the entrepreneurs will agree in their first venture, it had been their livelihood, the challenge to prove themselves, the opportunity that has been thrown by the world towards them,
Okay.
to grab it and to scale upon it.
Okay.
Subsequently, yes, I agree. Subsequently, I realized, and we as Rodicans realized, there's a lot of opportunities, lot of gaps
Okay.
coming into this particular sector, and where we can fill in.
Okay.
Lot of challenges we still look at, and I am very, if you ask me, I'm extremely passionate about what we can do to change whole of the perception about the consulting business, whole of the way that we work about in our domain of the profession we are into, how we motivate our whole of the team, because civil engineering is actually this is the engineering, and subsequently a number of other variants of engineering like IT, and that they had taken over the civil engineering and the whole of the domain, the social domain that I call it.
Sure.
And this had been the basic engineering, how your engineers get into that mindset to work at the total satisfaction of the client level, to their satisfaction. That had been the main challenge that I am looking forward to. How do you address today?
So, sir, do you think we've been able to achieve our milestones as we had planned in the initial stages?
In very initial stages, if you ask me very honestly, any entrepreneur doesn't have big plans. He is planning month by month, day by day.
Sure.
That is the plan. Today we are talking of 10 years plan, 20 years plan.
Yes.
And as you grow bigger, as you grow stronger, and as whole of the ecosystem around you starts falling in place, that needs to be there for running a big enterprise, then you realize and then you set the, the business plans for long term, the vision.
Yeah.
And maybe since last maybe 10 years, yes, then we had been started drawing our targets for next 2-3 years. But now this year, particularly coming in year 20th year of this our foundation year, we had taken in March itself when we were addressing the ELT of our top management group. There we had said that now our target is 2030. What is our vision for the year 2030? How do we reach there? How do we keep our people aligned to that goal? Strategies, technologies, the sectors, the geographies, the whole of the planning has to be done in year 2020, keeping in mind year 2030.
Wow, that's wonderful to know, sir. All the Rhodesians look up to you as the CMD, as the leader of the company. I want to know, what is this mantra? What is this raz behind, this dynamism? Where do you carry that magic from?
Maybe a number of things comes into individual traits or personalities in his formative years.
Okay.
That is maybe during his school, college, that you form that bond with the people, you understand people well, and it's all about people. Either in the society, in an organization, it is all about people. The guys or the leaders who don't understand their people are not going to be leaders tomorrow. And I take pride, yes, that we as Rodic and maybe my team has given me that privilege or that honor to accept myself as a leader. I feel that, yes, I am a leader and I will be a better leader tomorrow.
Absolutely, absolutely. What is this ingredient required, to form this large team? Today we are a set of 2,000 people, and I'm sure when we started, in 2000, I believe we were probably 4 to 5 people. So how have you been able to manage and handpick these 2,000 wonderful people who support Rodic today?
That's all. Coming back to the same question that you asked, I'm coming to the answer of that. It's all about leadership. And today also I tell different small teams in the organization, even the bigger guys who are handling larger teams, how many times you have interacted with your team, how many times you have called them for dinner at your home.
Yeah.
It is not only that you are sitting on their head as a VP or a senior VP. How connected they feel to you as a head. If they are not connected to you, you are not a leader. And that had been one of the biggest strengths. We look at as a colleague in our organization. I don't call them employees. I call them colleagues.
Sure.
Because they have been the driving force. Wherever today I am basking in the glory, that is because of the 2,000 people standing behind me in the organization. So that is if that comes from within your heart and mind, you will carry that forward.
I believe over the last many years, I'm sure Rodic also has its tough competitors in India and across the globe. What is the mantra of Rodic? What is the USP? Why do you think Rodic stands out as a clear differentiator in this engineering consulting business?
As the years pass by, I get the challenges. Naturally, the walls of the challenges are going to be going higher and higher. But I am more convinced as the time passes by. I'm getting more and more convinced that we are the guys who will be breaking all these boundaries and all the challenges. Because slowly I'm realizing with time that the team that we are building around, yes, there will be a lot of hiccups here and there. That has to be. In every household also that happens. But the passion and the drive and that we are having, we can achieve any boundaries. That's for sure. And with that vision and that ambition, we are putting in a lot of, lot of variants we are getting into the organization. Trainings we are trying to send our people who are of that caliber or who have attained that positions to even international training modules even in Harvard or whatever the top colleges that we can think of. We are trying to select our people, and the company will be sending them. Training has been one of the things that I believe that our guys should be put into rigorously.
Rajkumarji, you've been a sports aficionado and a national level shooter. When did you explore that side of yours?
Yeah, that's also an interesting and old story. During school days, I got to know my, the interest in it and passion for shooting. I was a very good shooter during my school days. That was one of the opportunities because I had firearms at my home, and I was champion in different NCC competitions that we were, from the school side we were sent. But subsequently during the college days it got off because there was not a lot of opportunities and not shooting ranges were not there. And then in my career I realized before it is too late, one should realize and one should get into whatever his interest. And I tell this to my friends, colleagues and everybody who I meet along the day, that you should at one point of time you should realize what was your passion during your school days, what was your hobbies, and then before you retire or you think of taking a retirement, you should get into those hobbies, so that by the twilight of the years and you don't feel that you have suddenly you feel a vacuum in your life as such. So since last 2 years I have been now aggressively into national level shooting, and I feel proud to be selected at the national level at the, that is a renowned shooter I am for big bore and .22 50 meters rifle shooting, and I am going to continue it throughout my life.
Well, that's so excellent, sir. My next question to you is, Rodick has seen a lot of ups and downs over the years, and I'm sure your journey must not have been that easy. If you could throw some light on that, and are you really content with where we are today, and what is the next milestone for Rodick?
You have asked a number of questions in one question, but I'll try to answer one by one. Yes, challenges. Yes, lot of challenges. I again come back to your previous question where you had asked about how do you got into this business. It had been a challenging journey. It had been lot of upheavals in your career. I started with exports just after my graduating. Not an iota of blood of business in my blood stream you can say. I lost big money. That was all my parents' money you can say. And in early 90s then I ventured into stock markets, and that time I realized what is disruption, which we are talking about, making an IT backbone, that I will dwell it further in the organization, and why disruption and how disruption comes in. Lot of us guys, we talk about disruption in different industries. We talk about the example of Kodak, we talk about the example of Nokia mobiles or Motorola's, but I have seen disruption in my life. When I was with the stock market, that time we were working in mid 90s I say, that time we used to work on the arbitrage, and suddenly one day NSE comes in and all the transaction has to be by the systems, and that arbitrage suddenly vanishes, and you are then hanging nowhere. That arbitrage and your business goes down, boom. So that had been a time of different learning, different challenges, and a lot of failures you can say from one point of view. But I believe the failures, and even Amitabh Bachchan, very famous quote that he had said, failures are the stepping stones for the success tomorrow for you. And the learning behind what I can tell my colleagues in the organization, never give up. If you give up, there have been numerous examples in our history also. If you give up, that is the last day of you. But if you are keeping on trying, you are learning new skill sets, new ways to succeed, and that will surely end of the day going to make you a success. That had been my own experience that I feel.
Rajkumarji, I've always seen you as a very humble and a very grounded person. Where do you get that quality from?
Yeah, nice question to be asked. Broadly, I have seen people who get not successful, I say. There are definitions of, now I realize there are definitions to success. Materialistically successful, they somehow get overboard. That is a fallacy that normally people get into. And it is too much detrimental for an organization, for an individual, for whole of the ecosystem, what I believe in. The reason, whatever I have learned, individual I am today is because of my parents. I have a very strong imprint of my dad on me, my character, my behavior, and my teachers in the school. I remember very fondly few of the instances which has left a very strong imprint on me. And giving back to the society is one. How you regard, respect your seniors, elders, colleagues, that all has come from these two sources to me. And I am grateful to my parents and my teachers for that.
That's so lovely to hear, sir. I see you always one step ahead of the current times. You're always very, very passionate about what is the next big thing. So in this engineering consulting business, what are the technological advancements or innovations you foresee where Rodic would also want to contribute to?
This year, 2020, we have taken a vow and we are aggressively working around to how do you differentiate between us and the other consulting or the whole of the ecosystem in consulting. What is the differential that you are going to get in? How are you going to keep yourself ahead? That is one, from the business point of view, from the growth path that is required. But besides that, how are you going to give certain value which even the clients, your people or the competition has not seen? Unless you embark upon that journey, that is not going to be very satisfying for me at least. So this year we have taken a vote to ourselves make a engineering company with a technological backbone, and we are aggressively working around it. We are doing number of strategic things. By year end or so, by the maybe 10-12 months from now, we will be a purely technically a digital company working in infrastructure sector. That's our vision for, and that is going to keep us ahead in that.
Sure. As a leader, I always see you interacting mostly with all the youngsters in Rodic, and you've always been specially focusing on youth and their development. Any special message on this occasion of the 20th Foundation year to all the youngsters and other Rhodicians?
Youth is the power which everybody says, people write about, but we believe it. They are the guys who are going to take any organization in 2030 vision. We might like to step slightly back and give them the space to lead as per their drive and their passion.
Yes.
And unless we inculcate those guys and bring them, train them, give them the exposure, yes, this is the path that the organization wants to follow. You have the potential, believe in yourself, try to do it, fail once, fail twice, but again come back and prove that yes, you are the real guys who will make Rodicans proud in 2030 and beyond. That has been the main real vision that I see and the motive behind me believing in our youngsters.
Sure. So the idea is never to give up and to always probably look forward, and keep stepping up as much as one can.
Yeah, sure.
Wonderful. I understand that as a business leader, as you've led extremely powerful and stressful situations. I'm sure there could have been times when even you would have wanted to probably give up. How do you manage the work-life balance in today's times? And how have you been dwelling on that part in the last so many years?
Nice questions for the guys who want to be tomorrow in top slots in any organization. Yes, a lot of sacrifices along the way. Written, unwritten, heard, unheard. Discussed, undiscussed.
Yes.
And sometimes, yes, many times you will feel to give up. But whole story, the whole woven
Yes.
story around it
Yes.
is about passion. It's about doing something meaningful for the society, for your people. Today, what 20 years back, we couldn't have even thought of doing something for my colleagues or anybody inside this organization or outside this organization, because organization itself didn't have any financial muscle. Today we have a large CSR activities that we are doing it. Many of that has been said in our different platforms. Many of that has gone unsaid, because we don't want to publicize number of those are the personal things that you do and you enjoy doing that for your people, for your organization people, your friends, or outside the organization, to the whole society as a whole. As an Rodican, I take pride in saying that we never like to advertise it, because that comes from your heart. That doesn't have anything to weigh in a monetary terms, and that you take a glimpse and a glory because of it. And we, in coming years, we would like to have we are planning to have a different set of people who will be professionally looking at this particular aspect. A number of things are planned for that also. Yeah.
Sure. Rajkumarji, it's been a wonderful time and a great pleasure chit-chatting with you and to really exploring that side of you.